Hi guys, Robo46 here. Welcome to the first ever Ride to Robo's Racing League on the Xbox One. Today we are racing into the SuperSport category with a maximum PP of the bikes at 600 PP. And we are of course racing at the Nurburgring GP circuit. Of course there's no qualifying because there's no qualifying in the game, but let's go over and get this race started. This is how we line up. There's only 9 of us, 3 people didn't turn up. I know that one was having internet trouble so couldn't race, but here we go. Using my trusted Suzuki GSXR 600 off the line. Got a pretty decent start apart from I went on the rev limiter a couple of times. Into the first corner, which is going to be sketchy as fuck because it's a real tight corner. Got tagged in the rear, and then as I go to turn left, Morland97, who was off screen, comes on screen, and unfortunately we have a little collision, and he ends up going down. Someone goes across the curb and has a massive high side right in front of me, and then biker comes up the inside, and so does another Suzuki, but we retake third place and try to take second but go back down the third because the other Suzuki comes past. So we're down the third at the moment. This corner is really dodgy because there's a real big bump on the outside as you go in, so if you get it wrong it can really fling you off track and be a heap of trouble. At the moment we are in third place, just behind another Suzuki, Mr. Troyolo. But we managed to just get ahead of him, up to second, but as we come out the corner, he gets a slight better drive, but we're on the correct side. As we go through the flip-flop. Wasn't that quick going on the exit, and Mr. Troyolo comes past. So we're back down the third again. And now I've got to see if I can get back up with him, re-overtake him. The leader's got a bit of a break going on at the moment, so the leader is yeah, he's in a good position at the moment. So we come up to the chicane for the first time. On the brakes, in we go, using a little bit of curb, and that is the end of the first lap, the opening lap. Now come around and stop the second lap, trying to use the slipstream, but just about getting it, but not as quick as I was expecting. Into the first corner, someone had knocked that cone off the corner, and when it's in the track you can't knock it out of the way again, and if you go over it like I just did, it invalidates your lap even though you're not doing anything wrong. You're just going over a little bollard which someone had knocked over. So that was a bit annoying, but it happened to me in time trial actually. I knocked it off the corner on one lap, and then it was just stuck in the it's like right on the racing line as well. It falls, and then if you go over it with your bike it invalidates your lap. So still trying to stick with the guy in second at the moment, but he's starting to pull away as he tries to reel in the leader. Of course I'm trying to go with him. Fourth and fifth aren't that far behind. Through the flip-flop. Again, not that great on the exit. Took me a little while to get going, but just had to keep trying and try and find my pace, which I knew I had. Right, skipping forward to the end of lap 3, so start lap 4 now, and I just done my best lap, which was the quickest lap at this time, and the leader had actually just crashed into the first corner, so Mr. Troyolo was now in the lead. Nicole with loads of L's was in second. I was trying to get up the inside of him, but I was really good on the brakes into this corner. Almost went into the back of him. But now we had a fight on our hands. 3 Suzukis in the top 3 at the moment. Now I've got to see if I can get ahead of second place. Try and get a good run out of here. Biker unfortunately had connection issues on the first lap and lagged out, so unfortunately he couldn't continue his race. The goal goes really wide, but not wide enough for me to be able to capitalise on that. But we're all closed in again. Going half a second quicker than both of them at the moment. On the dirt. And so's the other guy. Both are on the dirt. One goes really wide, and then pulls a big wheelie, and we manage to get up to second place. And now, could we get the leader? Could we get into the lead? Hopefully we're going to find out. Into the chicane. 4th and 5th had dropped back a little bit as our pace started increasing. Took me a few laps to get going, but once I hit my pace I was fine. Now using this, well, staying out the slipstream for now and then getting in it. The guy behind was using my slipstream, and we had the first corner coming up. I didn't want to outbrake myself. Spot on into there. And as we go left, we take a wide sweeping line to close in a little bit. Got a pretty good exit. And then you remember I said I was good on the brakes into here. A little too good, and unfortunately I clipped the back of Mr. Troilo going in. And unfortunately we both go down, so I let him come back through. So unfortunately that mistake by me, just even though I braked at my normal place, is obviously a lot later than what he brakes at. And yeah, that dropped him down to second, me down to third. And I got a good run out of here. Used a little bit of slipstream. Managed to get up the inside, run a little bit wide. So he comes back through. Pushes me a little bit wide, but that's fine. 4th place, of course, had caught back up. On the grass was the leader, so he would be losing a little bit of time. Of course, I did apologise to Mr. Troilo for that incident, and he was fine with it. Almost went into the back of him again there. I just seem to have like a lot more corner speed. But I got a really good drive out of here. And then going into the chicane, I was alongside him, and I actually broke a lot later than what I was meant to. But fortunately for me, we managed to pull it off, and we can see that from Mr. Troilo's perspective, because I'm just behind him. See me go to the side in a minute, and then into the chicane we go. A little bit too deep for me, but managed to just stay there, and then a massive wheelie from Mr. Troilo, which unfortunately for him let Moorland 97 come past on the Kawasaki. And then back with me. This is the end of lap 5. So the leader is still got a decent gap, but keeps going a little bit wide on the grass and gravel. So could I catch the leader? Start a lap 6. Into the first corner, and unfortunately for the leader, I was just starting to gain a little bit. Coming up to the corner where I was really good on the brakes, and I gain a massive chunk of time. And unfortunately for him, he crashes on the exit of here, and we go back into the lead. And now we had to see if I could pull away and stay in the lead, or would anyone catch me. Moorland 97 was getting quicker on his Kawasaki, but just had to try and concentrate, keep it going, and see what we could do. This is on course to do my best lap at the moment as we go through the flip-flop. So we've got 1.1 second lead over Moorland 97. Forward now, end of lap 7 onto start of lap 8. Moorland 97 was closing. I was trying not to make any mistakes, went a little bit wide at the first corner. And he was close. I knew I had a little bit of pace up my sleeve though, just in case I needed to pull it out the bag. It's because I didn't want to keep going flat out, because I knew that I would probably end up making another mistake. So just keeping it going. And into this corner you will hear a scraping noise as Moorland 97 went down just behind me. So again, I was safe. Pretty decent gap over second and third now. There wasn't many laps left. So now I just had to keep at a half decent pace. I didn't need to go stupid. As long as I could keep pretty decent pace. We had over 3 second lead. Moorland 97 was still in second place. So we could afford to lose half a second a lap, so we would be fine. So like I said, I didn't need to push a stupid amount, just enough to control the gap. That's what I was going to attempt to be doing now. It's just controlling that gap behind, making sure if they were closing up, they weren't closing up too much. To the end of lap 8, but a bit further behind. Mr. Troyello and Moorland 97 were having a little battle. Moorland 97 just got ahead, but Mr. Troyello goes around the outside into the chicane. A really good move there, and it retakes second place. So they come to the end of lap number 8. Back with me now to start the final lap. We still had a decent gap, and I was definitely not going to push at all on this last lap. The gap was big enough that I knew that any mistake now though would let him catch back up, so I just eased off a little bit. Keep all the lines in check. Try not to pull any wheelies, although I almost did there. Not go over the bump. So we have 3.2 second lead at this moment. Just keeping it with myself at the moment. Didn't want any mistakes now. Through the flip-flop we go. So still had over 3 second lead. We lost a little bit of time, but not a huge amount. We come into the final sector of the lap. Just a few corners left to go. Through the quick right-hander. Into the chicane, and the gap had gone back up to 3.2, so we'd actually gained a little bit of time. Second and third and fourth were all spaced out a little bit now. Final corner, and just a run to the line. So in the very first race for Ride 2 SuperSport, I managed to take victory on the Suzuki GSXR 600. It was Moorland 97 who came home in second place, with Mr. Troyello in third. Nicole with loads of L's came home in fourth place. Had a little bit of a penalty. Just waiting on the rest of the field to finish. So Surfing Kid 18 was fifth, another Kawasaki. So 3 Suzukis in the top 4. 2 Kawasaki's in the top 5. And Chutney BMX comes home in 6th on the Triumph Daytona 675. Morgan MJ 3 is 7th on the Yamaha. Blunt Scooter is 8th on the Honda, and Biker, who unfortunately disconnects, he ends up in 9th. So the championship is exactly the same as you'd expect as the race finished. So we won't go into too much detail with this, but yeah, that's the points obviously you get for the race, and that's where we finished. But a really enjoyable race. A few teething problems obviously with collisions and that, but I think that it's not too bad. I think everyone was a bit on edge just because it was the first race. So yeah, won't be doing any penalty points for this race just because it was the first race and we needed to see obviously how everyone reacts to doing league racing on this game. I'm actually thinking about revamping the points penalty point system altogether, because obviously we can't do qualifying anymore because it's not in the game. So where it used to be 4 penalty points and you miss qualifying and have to start at the back of the grid, obviously we can't do that. So I'm thinking of maybe for every penalty point you get, it will minus 5 points off your total championship point tally at the end of the season, which I'll discuss with all the guys and that, see what they think. But that is my plans. So that is the end of that race. The next SuperSport race will be at Monza, and that will be next Monday, which is the 23rd of January. Of course, we do have the Superbike race tonight at 8 o'clock. And of course, the video will be going up tomorrow for you guys to watch. But anyway, guys, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. I shall see you guys in the next video. See you.